Hey guys, so as you can tell, look a little bit different today. You know, kind of started training neck. Now I look like this. Look like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. Anyways, okay, okay, okay. This trade wasn't even a winning trade. This is cap. This trade wasn't even a winning trade. Oh my gosh. I promise I laugh on these videos, but I'm very serious. Um, okay. Trade recap. What happened today? I ended up taking two trades. You can see it's later in the night, and because it's later in the night and we don't want to use our light mode chart, we're gonna go to dark mode so we can actually read the screen. Wow, I'm so black now. Ugh. So let's get into it, you big black fat gorilla baboon monkey. I know I said the videos are gonna be professional and nice, but not trade recaps. Too much work. Anyway, what happened? Let's start off on the daily time frame. We ended up taking two trades today. One trade was a loss, one trade was a break even trade. Let's recap it. We were up in profit, don't worry, but that's why it was break even trade, because we adjusted our stop loss as price continued and everything like that. Anyways, let's get into it. How do we get our bias breakdown of the trade and how we plan to further improve? Because we've been improving a lot with our trade executions. Last month we only got 4. This month we already have 2. So we're already progressing on that matter, being able to actually understand when to execute. Starting off in the daily time frame, we took out these highs on NQ. So we're at all-time highs right now. Yippee. Bumper clap wrist. All-time highs on NQ. Good, but not really good, because that means price action can reverse at any time. So you're basically just playing longs until you play shorts, or you play longs so you get stopped out from playing longs, then you switch to shorts. I look so small in the camera. It makes me mad. That's why I need to start a cycle. But guess what? You can't start a cycle if you ain't got money to start a cycle. So no trend for me. Womp womp. Same old confluences. 4-hour PD arrays forming. Blah blah blah. Bullish confluence. We get it. We're at all-time highs. Okay. Hourly. What happened? This is where it got interesting. On the hourly time frame, what ended up happening? Of course, more PD arrays to the upside. Now, P Diddy arrays. Okay. Okay. Can't believe someone called my PD arrays P Diddy arrays. Yeah, you're not real. You know who you are. Yeah, you're not real. Anyways, price action at one point on the hourly time frame. This was a full bearish candle. We were making the move to the downside. I was expecting to see a retracement for this hourly fair value gap before continuing to move higher. However, we ended up closing, sweeping out the hourly low, and that's when we had news data release. What do we have for news data release? A bunch of random flop. But if you guys actually want to know what we had, I will show you. Forex Factory. Bam. And bam. This is what we had. Mumbo jumbo. There you go. Going back to the hourly time frame, or scaling down to the 15-minute time frame, what happened? We swept out those hourly lows, making the pushback to the upside. Now, you can see my second trade position, but you cannot see my first. At least not right now. Now you can see it. I was looking to go short. But before you're like, oh, Lonnie, you're stupid, you're black, you're dumb. You're the stereotype. You contribute to the stereotype. Before you go and do that, let me explain. Because it was not a bad trade at all. And I want you guys to pause when I showcase to you guys my TradeZilla journal, because I really did a good recap on this, and I think it's very, very educational. That you can actually take value from, not this. I'm not very, Anyways, so swept out those hourly lows, made the pushback to upside. Now, why did I go short? Going to the 5-minute time frame, this is what caused me to go short. On the 5-minute time frame, we had a conflicting PD array to the upside. We were now looking to be bullish. So for the overall day, my bias was bullish. However, in that moment, I wanted to be bearish. I was expecting lower prices, so I had possible bearish intention. Well, clearly I had bearish intention. I took a short to the downside, but I had bearish intention or seen possibility for a bearish trade setup in order to continue back to the upside. So simply a retracement in order to continue higher. I thought this was going to be the retracement. What happened? We had the conflicting 5-minute PDRA. This was the bearish 5-minute fair value gap. We stinged into it, did not reject off of it, but instead made a move higher. Now, once making this move higher, invalidating this fair value gap, I had confluence that we would continue higher until I seen this fat wick, this juicy wick. What did this wick showcase to me? Well, we can see on the 1-minute time frame, and then you guys will understand why I went short. On a 1-minute time frame, to me, it looked like we failed to run liquidity. We failed to continue higher because if we would have had a strong displacement to the upside. We wouldn't have appeared to have swept out liquidity on top of that, still slightly validating this bearish 5-minute conflicting PDRA right here. Sure, we slightly invalidated it, but still within that territory to be validated because we had confluence, we had bearish confluence, we swept out the all-time high, the high of day on top of that, and then on the 1-minute time frame, this is what gave me my confluence to go short. We formed a 1-minute fair value gap. Upon forming that bearish 1-minute fair value gap and validating this bullish one, I went short. I was like, I like what I see. Looking to target this hourly imbalance we didn't originally target. We failed to, as we've seen right here. I was expecting this to be the hourly sweep, continuing back to the downside. I lost it. However, I was wrong. Got stopped out in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But once we invalidated the 1-minute fair value gap, I realized, okay, yes, I was wrong. We're continuing back to the upside. But still, this was an amazing trade. And this is what I would call a role model trade for any other trade I would take. If this would have hit take profit, this would be a role model trade for every single other trade I take. That's how good this trade idea was. This was a 5-star trade idea. Now, the other one's pretty simple. Price action continued to the upside. We were already bullish. We knew this. What happened? Well, on the 5-minute, ended up forming a 5-minute fair value gap. But before we formed that fair value gap, once we realized we were bullish again and actually not bearish, of course, like I said, looking to see higher prices throughout the day, I was expecting this bearish trade setup to be the retracement. You could see our arguments right here too. Pause if you want to read that. Formed a 1-minute fair value gap. Had our stop originally right here. This was way too big of a stop loss, but if we would have had it, we would have eventually hit take profit in 30 hours. Probably would have been dead by the time we hit take profit. Profit. So we had take profit below this order block, trailed it into profit. You can see right here, trailed it all the way up here. We were up around 1-to-1. Still, I was looking to get to that 1-to-2 mark in order to close for profit on the day. Didn't get to it. Showed my stop loss according to what price action was showcasing to me. Got stopped out in profit. Pretty simple trade. Push up, formation of a PDRA, bullish PDRA confluence, retracement, push back up. It's as simple as that. It really, really is as simple as that. Now let me pause and go, and you can see we had higher prices for the rest of the day, which I was anticipating. I'm yapping now. Go here. I'll showcase to you guys this one. Pause and read. It's a lot of value. I know it's all colorful, but pause and read it. Really, really good. That was the first one, the short position. And then this was the long position. Pause and read this one as well. This was amazing. Pause and read. And then here are the images as well. That's the 1-minute time frame. You can pause and read, blah, 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 blah. 2 amazing trades. How do we look to improve? By simply executing. We're doing amazing right now. I love what we're doing. Some people would be like, oh, but you're losing trades. That doesn't mean anything. Profits don't mean anything. Losing trades don't mean anything. And on top of that, all of these trades I am losing, besides this one, have been within significant enough profit in order for me to close within profit on that trading day. I just have specific targets, specific parameters, and specific rules that I am following. And I'm looking to see where I can continue to refine. But apart from that, hope y'all were able to take something away from this besides me talking about the Diddy party. And I'm going to continue to go. I don't know, actually.